11, Micuna. Otto, I think that's you. Correct?
Hello, yep, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, great.
1 second.
I'd like to ask the judges, when's the last time you felt hungry? Next. No, really hungry. When's the last time you couldn't find food for yourself or your family? It might have been a while, or maybe never, but look around you. Next. This is the reality of many children and families in Latin America, and it's only gotten worse in the time of COVID-19. We need to elevate and share these stories and address the problems. Next. Let's take a look at some of the numbers. Even before COVID, 81 million children were poor and hungry across the region. That's like Colombia and Peru put together in terms of numbers. Because of the pandemic, 17 million people have lost their jobs. That's like the size of Chile or Guatemala. And if this pandemic lasts for a couple of years, like it might, 11 million babies will be born across the region. That's a lot of new mouths to feed. Next. And that's why we've come up with Micuna. Next. To provide healthy food to the people who need it. Next. So who is Micuna for? Primarily vulnerable children and their families. But our platform also provides jobs to newly unemployed people, also helps paying clients get food that is healthy and safe. Next. So we're going to focus on vulnerable children and their families. We need to know how many, how they're eating, where do they live. We also need to address malnutrition because it can increase complications from COVID-19. To do this, we will work with community organizations to create our own databases of who needs help so that struggling families can get the meals that they need. Next. But where will the money come from? Well, imagine you're a big company. All of your employees are now working from home. They're juggling childcare, all these other things. This impacts their productivity, their mental health, and their diet. Companies also have an interest in providing convenient and healthy meals to their employees so that they can be the most productive. Next. And finally, we're going to provide the best food for everyone. We will emphasize nutritional quality, safety from COVID-19, as well as environmental friendliness, local ingredients, and cultural food. We're going to make this accessible for everyone. Next. So this is our plan. The focus is delivering healthy meals to vulnerable families with young children. We're going to use an AI model to maximize the nutritional value of the meals so everybody has a good diet plan. We will also help the vulnerable families by giving some of the parents jobs, as in the kitchens to create the meals, or in the transportation to deliver the meals. And finally, for every meal that's delivered to a client, we generate money that will fund the distribution of our free meals and the payment of the new employees. Next. So why will this work? Next. Because we focused on a specific plan. We have team members with the technical capacity and know-how. It uses, implementing this, we use technology that is proven. It's a self-sufficient model that's internally consistent and is based on values of empathy and equity. Next. We are two nutritionists and economists, engineers from all over Latin America and the USA, but what brings us together is our shared humanity and concern for hunger and inequity. Next. Let's close the health gap with Micuna, for you, for them. Thank you.
Thank you, Otto.
Team, let's raise hands to be unmuted.
Yes, raise your hands if you want to be unmuted, and I'm going to open up for the judges in case they have questions.
So your plan is to, to do the matching, but also you're planning on running the kitchens and doing the distribution, or what type of infrastructure are planning on using?
Yeah, I would like to answer that. My name is Juan. The platform that we are creating and what we are looking for is that we are only gonna be the center idea, the master planners. So we're gonna tertiarize these platforms, these restaurants, this unused capacity to generate jobs, to use the recipes that are available, and our added value to this is the nutrition you'll get to the families in need and also to the workers of those big companies.
Other questions?
Luz, do you want to proceed, or may I?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I was wondering, guys, given your background as nutritionists, at least the two of you, how do you envision what you're going to be providing to the people in terms of the produce items or this basic basket? Can you please explain that?
Can one of the nutritionists unmute, please?
No worries. So in short, what do you think, how this basic basket or the produce items that you're gonna put in there, what are gonna be those products?
Okay, so we have talked all over the weekend on that. The main proven diet to be healthy enough is the Mediterranean diet. So we're gonna adapt to local food products, and we're gonna see how we can make the meals as balanced as the Mediterranean diet. So in that way, we're gonna get the amount of nutrition that they need, and it's gonna iterate itself on over time. So if children are growing, if they're in need of certain aspects, we're gonna address that.
Thank you.
Thank you, team. Okay, we're gonna move on.